Hey everybody, I met the filmmaker Kevin Smith a couple years ago. I really like the movies of Kevin Smith. Ever since I saw the movie Clerks, I really like Kevin Smith, and I got into him late in the game, so I went from Clerks straight to Clerks 2, and then I knew I had to watch the movies in between those two movies, like Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and Jersey Girl. It looks like Jersey Girl is getting better attention now than what it got when it first came out. And I'm glad for that, because Kevin Smith is a real cool independent filmmaker, and he knows how to make small budget movies. Sometimes he takes no salary himself for his movies, and he does some cool shows too, like Comic Book Man, briefly seen Clerks, the animated series, and I really like his stuff. Again, and Zack and Mary Make a Porno. That was a real funny movie. Another funny story about Kevin Smith. My mom had the wrong interpretation of Kevin Smith, where because Kevin Smith was Silent Bob, my mom thought that he never spoke. So my mom was shocked to see movies like Catch and Release and Southland Tales where Kevin Smith speaks, and I had to explain to my mom, no, you see, Kevin Smith does speak. He does interviews where he speaks, and then when he plays Silent Bob, he does say a couple things in each movie. He's just a man of a few words. And then my mom got a good understanding of Kevin Smith. I'll tell you, there was a time, I really wanted to meet Kevin Smith, and I was a student intern one summer in LA, and I got invited to volunteer at the Produce By conference. The year was at Disney Studios. And Kevin Smith was there to do a panel. So I went to one panel where I got to talk to Clark Gregg and Dita Montiel, and then for the next panel, I wanted to talk to Kevin Smith. So I got in the front row, and there was Kevin Smith on stage next to many other filmmakers talking about Indiegogo. And when it came time for audience Q&A, I really wanted to ask him a question, but by the time I was in line, the panel ended, and so I hoped that I could talk to Kevin Smith afterwards. So I thought I could run up to him and just see if I can get my question answered from him real quickly. But he actually ran out the stage and ran out the room, so it was clear that he didn't want to talk to audience members after the panel ended. And then I missed him again because other colleagues told me he was right outside talking with other colleagues. So I was kind of disappointed, but I didn't have to be disappointed for too long because I was interning with a company the week after, and the company got me an invitation to attend Comic-Con in San Diego, and I thought, ooh, cool, I get to attend San Diego Comic-Con. So I got myself ready for that, and I checked the Comic-Con schedule, and I saw that Kevin Smith was going to be there doing a panel, the early evening with Kevin Smith. He does that every year at Comic-Con. So the day of that panel arrived at the convention, and I decided to get in Hall H early, so I got to see a panel where Chris Hemsworth spoke, and then I saw another panel with Patrick Stewart when he spoke, and I would eventually meet Patrick Stewart very briefly a couple Comic-Cons later. And then when Kevin Smith came along, I got in line for Q&A. I was the fifth person in line for fan Q&A. And Kevin Smith comes on the stage. He's wearing his typical orange and blue hockey uniform of some sort, and he takes a few questions. He gives each fan a nice, extensive answer. Then he shows some footage from his new movie, Red State, from that year. And then it came time for me to speak. So I got up to the question mic, and I say to Kevin Smith, hey, I've had this question since I saw you at the Produce By conference last month. And Kevin Smith said, okay. And I said, and I wanted to ask, and I was holding up my Hellboy fist. And Kevin Smith said, don't do it with that Hellboy fist on. It's coming off too aggro. You got the fist on. Anything you want, buddy. And that made me laugh. So I was about to speak again, and then Kevin Smith said, no, seriously, take that fist off. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll take the fist off. So I took the fist off. And then I asked him my question. Because I'm into filmmaking, I asked him that many filmmakers tell me that I'm supposed to build my career and then build my relationship and marriage and family. But you, Kevin Smith, you've done it all at the same time. So how have you successfully managed your career and your marriage and family at the same time? And Kevin Smith said, or not succeed, And Kevin Smith talked a lot about his marriage. He talked about his daughter, that he got it done, that he had the time in between the filmmaking to spend time with his family. And this was at the time when Kevin Smith said he was retiring from filmmaking because he wanted to spend more time with his daughter. Of course, a couple of years later, he said he wasn't going to retire anymore. He got back into filmmaking. He got his daughter to appear in several movies of his. So that was really nice of him, and it was nice to see that Kevin Smith cares a lot about filmmakers, not only about helping filmmakers succeed, but helping filmmakers, still maintain their love relationships and their marriages, as they're building their career. Because love is an important part of every human being's lives, and Kevin Smith knows that. I know that myself, and I'm really glad that Kevin Smith helped me see that I can still perfectly get that accomplished. And since then, I've also got the book, The Diary of Kevin Smith. He tells a lot of funny stories in this, and definitely the most interesting one is him helping Jason Mewes get off of his drug addiction. While we're at it, Kevin Smith is definitely into weed smoking, and I'm not a smoker myself. I don't like smoking at all. I'm all about healthy living and healthy eating. So, I also have helped or tried to help people get off of smoking themselves, at least when they ask me to help them. And one of the routines I found was the invisible cigarette meditation, where you just hold your two fingers, with nothing in between them, and inhale with your eyes closed, exhale. I take no credit for this. I saw this at a different expert meditator's videos. You can look it up yourself. But, I find that this is a really good routine, and I think this could very much help, smokers quit smoking when they want to quit. So I'll do it again. Yeah. So that's the story of how I met Kevin Smith, and I'll close it there. Subscribe to me for more videos. I'm far from done making videos for you, and I have bigger projects that I intend to move on to and create for you. Have yourselves a great week and a great life. Never stop loving yourself for who you are.